What is the team covering? Tell us all.
Just some of the stories we're covering.
Yes, go ahead, Artie.
Yes.
Just some of the stories we're covering. Is fatty fat man Artie Lang.
Go ahead, Steve.
Just some of the stories we're working on in the Howard 100 newsroom. You say it's your birthday. Howard 100 News has its hands on the smoking candle in the Benji Bronk bogus birthday business. This copy of Benji's voter registration filled out by Benji himself, clearly indicating his date of birth, September 4th, 1967.
Oh, so we missed his birthday.
Benji signing up to vote here in New York back in October of 1988. That date's significant because if he were born in 1971, as he pretends, that would have meant he registered to vote when he was just 17 years old. Bottom line, it's over, Benji. You're 40. Happy birthday.
I have contradictory information,
Really?
actually.
Which is wrong, by the way.
It is?
Yes.
Which
I
is
have
wrong.
information that says he's 36.
Right, and that is the false lead.
Gary, where is that?
Nice, Steve. Look at you sniffing it out.
You're saying Benji's
Snuffing
40,
it.
boy. That's unbelievable.
We got it right here.
Wow.
Voter registration.
What's
your
the
signature.
big deal, dude? You're a guy.
No, it's really not. But
Benji has this thing with his age because he thinks he's too old to really be a young comedian or a young comedy writer, and he wants to. This is what he tells me. So he doesn't want anyone to know his age. So if he ever has to go get another job,
it's really not a
You
big
know.
deal, but it's not correct.
You're lying.
I do.
All right, I'll take a
think-
lie detector test.
I think I have proof
do it.
that he's 36. Actually,
It's wrong.
Are you 36?
he's
Are
got
we
it
going
right
to
here.
do a lie detector?
Have you ever?
What do you have there again?
Voter registration, New York City, 1988. Benjamin Ron Bronk.
So who you're saying wrote that?
You did. It's right here.
So you're saying that I wrote that,
take
and
a
that's
look?
proof?
Is that his
That's
signature?
it. Yeah.
That's proof if I
Yeah,
wrote
you
it?
filled it out. And your birth date is
I'm not
September
going to say
4th,
whether or not I wrote
1967.
that. But are
Well,
you
there we go.
But your proof is that I wrote that at one time.
Dude, no sideshows. Bottom line, you're 40.
I agree with
All right,
Steve
here's what
here.
I got.
I like him snuffing out the Benji sideshow.
Help me with this, Steve. It says here I have information on Benji that confirms his real date of birth. You might say I do a lot of work as a private investigator.
saw this.
I have the ability and resources to research just about anyone. Blah, 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 blah. I hope this information sheds some light. Benji is looking for attention. He's definitely not 40. He's 36. And this guy claims that Benji's date of birth is 9/4/71. And he says, here's Benji's social security number and the last 4 digits and blah, blah, blah. No, I won't do that.
Howard, there are dozens of those emails that you will find because an amateur will look into this case and see the false lead created by Benji indicating 1971.
Your proof is irrefutable.
Absolutely, we got
your
it.
materials are irrefutable.
You
It's a
don't
done
have
deal.
anything but that voter registration?
We have other material, too.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Very good. Benji, I'm going to go with you 40 years old, pal.
Well, you could go with what you want,
Good.
but I mean,
Okay, and it's kind of girly not to just know your real age and say it. I mean,
it's not a. It's a.
and this whole young comedy writer thing, get over it, dude.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
None of us are young anything
That's
anymore.
right,
Well, did you hear the wrap-up show yesterday, Howard?
Yeah, I did. The
My
whole thing's ridiculous.
God, did he was good at hijacking that.
And there's no names to be mentioned, and there's all kinds of... He's off his rocker.
But me and Fred know there's a name Benji goes nuts if you mention
Benji,
it.
Slowly I turn.
swear on the life of your mother that you're not 40 years old.
I really don't like doing that.
Well,
If you force me to, I will.
I'll force you.
I really don't like doing that. I feel
I
it's
hear you.
I feel it's wrong to
if
do.
you want to settle it,
All right. I swear on the life of my mother, I'm not
I'm not what?
What?
40.
You got to say it in one complete sentence.
40 years old.
I swear on the life of my mother, I'm not 40 years old.
Whoa. I know Benji
Listen,
loves his
Does that send
family.
you back to the drawing board?
No, Shuley asked him yesterday on tape, okay, where's your ID? Oh, gee, let me take a look. Well, you know what? I don't have any.
He doesn't.
Where's your driver's license?
He doesn't have one.
Listen,
That
there
was the
are
other-
records that are
Do
incorrect.
you have
I'll
a
say
driver's
that.
license? Do you
No.
You do not? You're not lying?
No.
You don't know how to drive.
Yeah, I know how to drive.
And you don't have a license?
No.
And then we said, how do you get on planes? Because after 9/11, you need a picture. He goes,
I heard that
a
part.
Penn State ID.
That will work.
It will?
Student ID is...
But wouldn't that,
is
wouldn't that have to have valid information like date of birth and all that
Student
stuff like that?
ID is accepted at an airport as a form of identification.
All right.
And
When was he
student
a
ID,
student?
does that have your birth date on it?
Yes.
It should, I guess.
Then give us your student ID.
Yeah.
I've done it before. I'm not. Listen, if Howard, you said to me before, if I request that this not be talked about, it wouldn't. And I
really?
request
What would not be talked about?
this.
We've had a discussion about your age?
Yes.
We never had that discussion.
I don't recall that,
All
honestly.
right.
But maybe we have, but I don't
Okay.
recall it.
Benj, I got one question for you.
All right.
There's documentation from your high school that you graduated in '85. You didn't graduate high school at 14 years old, correct?
I'm not going to answer. Maybe I did. But Howard, I mean, if I request if I have reasons I don't want to talk about, I just, that's my thing, right?
What is the reason? What would the possible reason be?
Are you CIA?
He wants to be a young comedy writer, all right?
Okay, fine. If that's enough for you to, if that's enough for you to accept, then I'd rather.
Fine, I'm not. Steve brought it up. I didn't bring it up, and I didn't tell him to.
All right. Everyone has personal things they'd rather not discuss, right?
Your age? You're being gay now.
All right, fine. Then you think it's gay.
Benji claims we had a discussion about his age, too, but I was all pilled up.
Well, you know what? I don't recall us saying we're not going to talk about your age.
You can talk about whatever you want, but I did request
First interesting thing about you.
All right.
But no, yesterday he got really hostile. He goes, I could fucking say something about everybody in this room right now that would ruin their lives.
Oh, I like this game. I'm
sure you can.
Hey,
that's what he said. And everybody's
My
like,
question is, why would that ruin his life to find out how old he is?
It doesn't. It absolutely
because
doesn't.
he believes that he is a young, up-and-coming comedy writer, and if they hear he's 40, he's no longer an up-and-coming comedy writer.
Well, the jig is up.
Well, let's say you believe that's true. Then why wouldn't you? Would you?
I would never bring up your age. I don't think about you ever.
All right.
Steve thinks about you.
Do you think about me, Steve?
Obviously, he does. You should be glad somebody cares. Go ahead,
We love
Steve.
covering stories about guys who aren't telling the truth.
People could argue that you're not a comedy writer at any age.
If you want your age discussed or not, I don't know. I'm sorry if you don't. I don't even understand why. If you could explain that to me, I'd appreciate it. I don't understand what the controversy is, but I guess maybe you like the attention.
Howard, that's the whole thing.
That's it.
Benji keeps telling us that he's asked all of us to not talk about his age, which I sort of remember some things, but he's never been able to give us an explanation why. And if he would, I think that we'd all
remember the explanation and then realize it was serious. Are you wanted by the law?
You once told me.
Yeah.
Listen, all you have to say is, I'd rather not talk about it, and we won't bring it up.
So just say I'd rather not talk about it.
Rather not talk about it.
All right, Steve can talk about it.
He didn't agree.
Steve's a news guy.
All right. Whatever. Hey, Benji, I don't care how old you are. Honest, pal.
All right.
You'd say you're 14. What do I care?
I'm not 14.
All right, go ahead.
Go
ahead, Steve. I mean, this is, this is so boring to me.
Well, young Benjamin.
Hey, man.
Or old Benjamin, I'm not really sure.
That's right.
What's going on, man? Why are you so endlessly frustrating about your age?
Why is it frustrating?
Well, because you can never give a straight answer. I mean, you're a guy that I know that can talk candidly about things, but when it comes to certain issues, you just will not give a straight answer. Benji, seriously though, man. I've talked to you before. You're not a shy person. You're not typically uptight. You're open with your body. You're often, open about asking questions of celebrities. You're not afraid to mix it up. But then this one issue about your, your age and your background, and you clam up.
Does my ass look fat?
See, you do it again. No, it doesn't though. It actually looks good, but.
You just say his ass looks good?
Yeah, absolutely. And I meant it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, with your new Daryl Hammond wardrobe, I think you really,
I'd like to get a curve to my ass. You ever notice how some guys, they say black guys have a nice curve to their ass and everything? I'd like to get that. Do you think my ass looks fat?
Robin, why do you think Benji's so endlessly frustrating about his age and his background? He's so open with other things.
I don't know. He's working on a new groundbreaking form of comedy, and nobody has gotten it yet.
It's a weird adaptation of the Andy Kaufman syndrome.
Yes, I think he's pushing it a little further, and nobody can figure it out.
He seems to think he's protecting someone or something. Is this all untrue?
That's bullshit. Yeah, that's bullshit.
But seriously, I mean, what would you give my ass?
This is Will.
What would I do to your ass?
What would you give it? On a scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, a 2.
And 2 being the highest or
One
lowest?
for each cheek. One for each cheek.
Yeah, 10 was the top.
There's a 1 out there jealous of my ass.
But Benji, you're typically so open about things.
Right? I'm open about this. I am.
But you won't come clean. Right now, you've just deflected this conversation into something about your ass. You won't get down to brass tacks and discuss
No,
this.
I will. I have.
You won't, though.
Because I can't disprove anything on this.
It's ridiculously frustrating.
It's frustrating to me too.
But just talk about it.
Oh no. All right.
Provide some more.
Liar! Liar!
It's Jimmy Kimmel's guys here.
Interloper!
Provide some information, and the speculation and all the mystery surrounding it will end.
I gotta pee.
See?
Well, no,
he's doing it again.
I'm not. You can hang out with me. You can come in with me. Come pee with me.
Okay.
I really, it's fine. I gotta pee.
Greg, I'm going to reveal the name that Benji doesn't want me to reveal right now. Right now!
I guarantee by the end of this piss, I'll have learned nothing more about your age or all the things you've been trying to keep secretive. You don't want your penis on camera, right?
I don't care. No, I'd rather.
I'll cut you off at the waist.
If the pee looks yellow, it's because I take vitamin B.
That means it's mellow.
I do want to point out, because I'm always worried in this bathroom I'll get blamed for stuff. So what I often do in this bathroom is I clean the seat. What other people leave on. If you see there's like pubic hairs around, sometimes there's like little stains.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Whenever I'm in here, I clean it because I always think I'm going to get blamed for it. So I clean the bathroom beyond what I've done to it. I'd like to point that out.
It's yet another example of you going the extra mile, but yet you will
always blamed.
You will not go the extra mile with this information at all. You won't even meet us halfway, then.
See, none of these hairs are mine. I clean them off because I don't want to get blamed.
See, you're skirting the age issue and turning it into a thing of bathroom cleanliness, and it's.
I think my ass is better than a 2.
Clearly.
I mean pants. Just a 2. 2's like Jeff the drunk's ass, like with a hole in it.
Yeah, look at that. That's nice, actually. It's distracting.
I really do this all the time when I'm in here. I'm always worried I'm gonna get blamed for messing here, and I don't want to get blamed. See, this stuff is mine, but I clean it up.
Tidying up. Now let's clean up this interview and get down to it here. I need some information. I want to be the guy who cracks the story.
I'm ageless, I'm timeless. Can you use songs like that? Like if you just start humming?
But this isn't about song. This is about your age. Benji, come out of your age closet. Get rid of those skeletons. I've just watched a man pee and I still didn't get any answers.